Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is CoinX. In today's video, I will be revealing the secrets to achieving a perfect vocal EQ. In this video, I will walk you through the important frequencies you should look at and what they represent, and also show you a practical demonstration of how I EQ my own vocal. But if you stay to the very end, I have a bonus hack which I believe will interest you. So guys, with that being said, let's dive right into the demonstration. Inside FL Studio, you can see the recorded vocal, and on that channel I've inserted an EQ. I'm using a stock EQ plugin inside FL Studio, Fruit 2 Parametric EQ2. Now, let's look at the frequencies and what they represent. I believe having a full understanding of the frequencies and what they represent will help you in your judgment and decision making when it comes to EQing your vocals. So we'll be starting with 120 Hz, which is around this region, around here. This controls the fullness. If you want to make your vocals sound full, this is the region that you should be manipulating. That takes us to 240 Hz, which is around this region. Yeah, 240. This region controls the boomness, the boxiness in a vocal, so it is always advisable to cut it so as to remove those boxiness or boomness in your recorded vocals. The next we'll be looking at is 5K. 5K is around, within this region. That is where the presence in the vocal resides. And there is this beautiful thing I love about FL Studio stock plugin. As you can see, they've already labeled it, and as you can see on that 5K region, it is written presence. So that is to show you that is where the presence of that vocal resides. So if it is too much, this is where you reduce it. If it is less, this is where you increase it. That takes us to from 5K to 8K, which controls the sibilance, which is around here. And as you can see, it is just slightly immediately after the presence. So if the S's in the recorded vocals are much, this is a good place to start in reducing them. Now, lastly, we'll be looking at the region where the air resides, which is from 10K to 15K. And when it comes to vocal EQing, to add air to the vocal, it really sounds crystal. Let's now go straight into the practical demonstration. Now, as you can see, I've already EQ'd the vocal. So we'll start from the first step. Now, let's talk about the bonus I made mention about. This is a trick I always use and has been working for me for a very long time now. The first thing I usually do if I want to start EQing a vocal is to identify the first harmonics. Let me quickly show you how I identify that. On an EQ, I will just play the vocal, then I observe. What I'm looking at is those peaks, harmonics, but I will target the first one. Let me show you what I mean. Your will be done. Your will be done. So as you can see, the first harmonics fall under this region, and under that region, it is 122 Hz. So once you've identified your first harmonics, why is first harmonics is, from here it counts upwards, and those harmonics are those peaks you are seeing that are very visible. So once you've identified your first harmonics, the next thing you need to do is to bring out your calculator. And you simply type in the frequency on that first harmonics, which is 122, multiply it by 2. It will give us 244. Now you come on your EQ, take one of the node to 244 there, then you cut it down. The reason you're cutting it is because this is where the boxiness or the boomness of this vocal lies. So that is to confirm what I previously said. So let me just recap. Get the first harmonics, multiply it by 2. The answer you get, key it in on the EQ and cut it down to reduce the boxiness or boomness. So once that is done, the next thing I would do is to roll off all this region, this low end region, which is not needed because you can't even hear what is going on there. So this is where the boomness, the sub region resides. So you need to cut it out so as to create more room for your sub, your kick, and things like that. So once that is done, you now listen and see if the vocal is not audible enough, like you're struggling to hear the lyrics, that takes us to the presence. So as you can see, around 5K, I boosted it. This region helps to define the lyrics. So the next thing I did, I went under the sibilance region because I'm using AT2020 condenser mic. When you record it, the high frequencies is a little bit much. So I always come here to cut it down to taste. Then finally, I boosted the air to compensate off what I cut out from the sibilance, right? So that is actually what I did to EQ this vocal. It is very easy and simple to do. So let's preview and see before and after the EQ. This is before the EQ. Your will be done. Your will be done. And this is after the EQ. Your will be done. Your will be done. It is more clearer. So guys, that will be all for today's video. If you find it very interesting, please leave a like and always drop in your comments. If you have any topic you would want me to talk about or treat, just leave it in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future updates. So stay creative and see you guys in the next one. Bye.